Good morning and welcome to Ringer Sports Studio. Today is Thursday, November the 14th. I'm Ringer Senior and Ringer Junior is off to school today. He would have been broadcasting the last couple of nights as I was not available to broadcast our picks, but I'm given a quick review of our future bets today. Thought it'd be good to give everybody an update on where we stand with our future bets that we have mostly on college football and NFL action. If you haven't had a chance to tune into our Ringer Sports Studio videos, we are a father-son duo who likes to broadcast professional sports, Major League Baseball, NBA, college basketball, NFL, and college football. It's the best time of year for sports, right through from end of August right through to the end of November and into December when you get into the bowl games. Obviously, this year we've got the new college football playoff brackets where 12 teams will go on to a playoff, which we played later in December and into January. And of course, we're through week 10 of the NFL, moving on to week 11. So lots of action going on, lots of opportunities to check out our picks. We've been kind of up and down on the season so far. I've had some profitable weeks, not so profitable weeks, mixing and matching each and every week. One thing we noted today is that our volume is becoming too high. We're gearing up for a lot of different picks, and our volume is becoming too high, and it's actually affecting our overall outcome. So we're going to reduce the quality and more look at our actual quantity moving forward, scheduling it down to maybe 3 or 4 picks max. We've been averaging double-digit picks over the last number of weeks, especially with so many options, and now that college basketball is in play, a lot of our picks are adding into that specific piece. But duly noted, wanted to share an update on our 5% plays, which is our premium picks, the ones we like the most. We're sitting at 31 and 18 for a 63.3% clip since about the August timeframe when we started recording our videos again. So we're looking at that. We look at those. Those are our premium top picks that we like. Typically 1 or 2 picks per week, sometimes a couple on the weekend, depending on what we like. Doing very well on our team totals, something that we've been looking at pretty closely and usually jump in on our team totals there. But now that NBA is in effect, there's some really good player prop options that we've been looking at consistently and seeing the market shift on those specific picks as well. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to give you a run through on all of our future picks. Got quite a few future picks that we made in the August timeframe for NFL and college, and just wanted to give everybody an update on where we're at so far on that season. So if we look at no specific order, we'll run through and kind of give you the percentage chance that this one's going to come in. So first one we got is Hendrickson for the Cincinnati Bengals defensive end, over 12.5 sacks. It was a 3% play before the season started. He's right now sitting at 11 sacks on the season. He got shut out last week, but he was coming off a 3 or 4 sack game a couple of weeks ago, and right now he's trending on that number to get up and over easily that 12.5. He's 2 sacks away. He might get that this weekend, heading to the Chargers to look at sacking Herbert from the Chargers team. So he's trending extremely well to get up and over that total. Right now trending to be at about 18 or 19 sacks in the season. So we like our chances there. We have Tennessee team total under 6.5. That was a 2% play. Right now they're sitting at 2 wins on the season. There's no way they're going to get up and over 5 wins in their next 5-6 games. So this one should be an easy one that should come in the next couple of weeks once the math comes in to say that they're not able to make that one happen. We've got Watson under 3,300 passing yards. Obviously that one hasn't officially came in. That was a 3% play as well, but we know he's out for the year, so that one's an easy one that's going to come in. We've got Bowers under 4.5 touchdowns in the season. He's sitting at 2. This one concerns me a little bit. He's trending right now to around 4. 3.78 is what he's trending to. He's trending to go under, but with the trade of Adams and Myers that's been out hurt, he's been getting a lot of touches. Unfortunately, he hasn't get into the end zone. He's only been in there twice this year. We're trending for that one to come in. That one concerns me a bit, as I know Minshew's probably going to be looking for him in goal line situations. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got some more TDs over the next few games to get up and over this total. He's 3 away from that, but right now we're looking good on that one. Heading over to college football, we got Minnesota, which already cashed over 5 wins. Strong team from Minnesota. That one already cashed. That was a 4% play. That was a good one. They're already at 5 wins now, so that one's already come in. Coastal Carolina under 6.5 wins. They've actually sitting at 4 wins on the season. with 3 games to go. If they win 2 out of 3, right now they're trending to 6.85, so they're trending. It's going to be close. It'll be a coin flip there. Hopefully they don't come to play in the next few games, and they can lose a couple of those games to get us under that 6.5 wins for the season. Mississippi State under 4.5 wins. This was a 4% play as well. They're only sitting at 2 wins. They're only trending to 3 wins on the season. Looking pretty good. Very tough division, toughly matched up. So we're looking good there. This one here also came in already. We had Troy under 6.5 wins. They're only sitting at 2. Mathematically, they cannot get to 7 wins. So that one's already cashed. That was a 3% play. We're looking at Rutgers over 6 wins. They're sitting at 5 wins right now. This one's looking pretty good. They started out 4-0 and then they lost 4 in a row, and then they finally bounced back with a win. So we need one more win there of their next 3. Hopefully that one will come in. Feeling pretty good about that. Florida under 5 wins in college football, 3% play. They're already at 4 wins. They got to win. They got to win one more, which they'll most likely do. So we most likely won't cash that one. This one here we really like. They do have one loss in the season. It's Boise State to make the playoffs, the 12-team playoffs. Right now they got a 68% chance to make that playoff. That's a 3% play with huge plus money on this one. Pretty good chance they'll get in there as long as they don't lose another one. If they lose another game, then they're definitely going to be out. So they got to win out here. But I like my chances with Boise to make the playoff. We got Memphis to win the AAC. This one here was a 4% play. This one's going to be they're going to be very tough big here. They got Tulane, they've got Army, they've got Navy. This one's going to be really tough, but you never know. If they win out, they have an opportunity to win this one. But we need some magic to happen with Army and possibly Tulane getting upset along the way. So probably not going to happen. Heading to the NFL, again, looking at Buffalo under 10.5 wins. That's not going to happen. They're actually playing extremely well this year. Was not projecting them to have a massive season like they are. Figured the AFC East was going to beat up on each other, and that hasn't been the case. The Jets have been horrible. The Patriots are horrible. Miami with the injury of Tua has hurt their chances, and the Bills continue to win. I don't know if they're going to get a win this week against KC, even though they're favored. But even if they lose, they're still easily going to get up to probably 12, 13 wins on the season. I can see them go 12-5 or 13-4. We're going to lose that one. We got the Cowboys under 10.5. That should be a lock. 2% play, small play on this one. Obviously, dumpster fire in Dallas going on right now. Dak's out for the next few weeks with the hamstring injury and possibly season-ending surgery. So I think they're pretty much cashing in on this one. This one should be an easy one, sitting with 3 wins on the season. So give me that one. We got Detroit Lions over 10.5. One loss in the season. They're going to get 13, 14 wins. Might be the best team in football. That's a 3% play. Chiefs to win the division. Feeling pretty good about this. Still undefeated on the season. That's a 3% play as well. Can't see anyone catching them. That should be an easy one to come in. We've got Steelers over 8.5. This one's also looking really good. Huge win last week against Washington. Leading the division now against Baltimore. Huge matchup with Baltimore this weekend. I'm not sure they'll get the win there, but sitting at 6 wins on the season already. We need 3 more with lots of time left, trending to almost 13 wins in the season. So let's take that Steelers over 8.5. It's a 3% play, and it's looking good to come in on that one. We've got Atlanta over 9.5. This is a big 5% play. It's the only 5% play that we have on our futures. Really liked Atlanta at the start of the season. Coming off the tough loss to the Saints in the interdivision game last week. They're going to be in tough. They're in tough again this week. So it'll be interesting to see if they can pull out a win on the road this week. If they do, I like my chances. If they lose, then I think that one's going to be in real jeopardy to get up and over 9.5. Right now they're trending right at 10. But lots of work to do there, and still lots of tough matchups coming their way this season. Heading back to college, we got Miami Hurricanes to win the ACC. Not sure if this is going to happen now with that unfortunate loss last week to Georgia Tech. It's 2% play. Obviously, the door's open for Clemson now. Really need Pittsburgh to upset Clemson this week. I think they're a 10-point favorite now against Pitt. I don't think that's going to happen, but we really need that upset to happen to have Miami kind of sneak in the door again. We also got Miami to make the playoffs, 2% play. Again, this was looking really good going into last week, but with that loss, it's moving their chances down even further. But there's still a 64% chance to make the playoffs, so I'm liking that. And then jumping over to some ones, dismal ones that definitely aren't going to come in. These are all huge plus money ones. Oklahoma State to win the Big 12, 2% play, not happening. Ole Miss to win the SEC, probably not happening. It was a 2% play. Such a tough division there. Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, some really tough teams in that division. They need some miracles to happen. We need huge upsets. Tennessee needs to beat Georgia this weekend. Probably not going to happen. Alabama, is also not gonna win the SEC, but are challenging against Ole Miss. So, and of course, you get LSU in the mix as well there. So, Texas A&M, like some really tough teams across the board. That's probably not going to come in. We have Dart to win the Heisman for Ole Miss as well. Too many other leading candidates out there. Cam Ward, you've got Hunter, you've got Genty that are well ahead of him. That is probably going to prevent that from happening. A couple of losses with Ole Miss. If they had one loss or undefeated, he would have a much better chance. But most likely, he's not going to come in. We got Memphis to make the playoff. That's not going to happen. Division's too tough there. Two or three other teams are in better shape than they are. We already had them to win the AAC, but that's not going to happen, I don't think either. So won't have those ones come in. We've got next few ones are looking pretty good. We've got Nebraska over 7.5 wins as a 2% play. Need them to win. We need them to win. Actually, they're on track not to win. They were at early on in the season, but they're only sitting at 5 wins, so they got to win out. Most likely not going to happen. Tough one here. Colts over 8.5. Looked really good at the start of the season, but back and forth with Flacco and Richardson. Richardson's been a dumpster fire. He's back in action again tonight. He's probably going to lose the game this weekend with him in the lineup, so that's preventing our chances from getting up and over that 8.5 with only 4 wins on the season. However, you never know. We got Seattle over 7.5. Again, this one looked really good. I think they started the season 3-1, but now they're 4-5. They're playing in San Francisco this week. Probably not going to win that one, so that one's not looking that good as well. That was a 4% play, but they got a strong team, good solid quarterback, good foundation, good offense. Stranger things have happened. NFC West is really up for grabs. Surprisingly, Arizona's leading the way there. Wasn't expecting that, but all 4 teams have a chance to make the playoffs because their records are really close to each other. So you never know. Detroit to win the North, really good shape on that one. 4% play on that one too. Really liking Detroit to win the North. 7-1, 8-1, I think 7-1 of the season. They're in really good shape to take that on. Green Bay would be on the hunt. The Bears, season has shifted from good to not so good. So I don't mind Detroit taking this one home. And then ones that we added early on as Washington got rolling. I've got Washington over 9.5 wins. I think they're going to be able to get up and over this total. Huge game against Philly tonight. If they win this, they take over the division for the NFC East. It's going to be a tough matchup on the road going to Philly. But I do think they get Dallas on deck. They should win that. They need to get 3 wins, 3 more wins out of their next 7 games, which should be easy. We also got them to make the playoffs. That's also a 3% play, which I'm feeling really good about that. And I've thrown in win the division and Super Bowl as well. Um, you know, it was 50-1 for 50-1 for Washington to win the Super Bowl after about week 4, which I put it in. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Daniels has been an amazing rookie and surprising teams. Most likely not going to happen, but couldn't pass up on that 50-1. And also have them to win the division at 3.5-1 as well, which would have been taken early about week 4 or so, week 5. We took them to win a division. So if they win tonight, they're going to be in the driver's seat. If they lose, they're going to have a hard time rebounding against Philadelphia. So lots of opportunity right now based on our futures. Lots of green right now. We're looking at about 65% of those coming in based on the math we did this morning. So we're hoping to see some of those cash. Like I said, already 2 futures already came in with Minnesota in college football over 5 wins and Troy under 6.5 wins. Mathematically cannot make it happen. So there you have it. There's our futures. We'll update you guys again as more come in throughout the season. But we're looking pretty good to overall cash about 60 to 65% of our future bets that we've made. So there you have it. Please like, subscribe, share our YouTube channel. Tune in tonight for some Thursday night football action. Huge matchup. Washington heading to Philly. Philly's 3.5 point favorites. Should be really interesting. Might be one of the games of the year, along with the Buffalo games of the week, along with Buffalo and Kansas City this week, and also Baltimore and Pittsburgh. So some really good football is going to happen this week. We really set the stage as we head down the stretch for the NFL playoff run. And as I mentioned, the college football playoff bracket is tightening up with some big matchups this weekend. Need a little bit of help for some of our teams to slide in for the playoffs with Boise and Miami, and also need a couple upsets to happen, possibly Clemson, hopefully against Pittsburgh, to give us Miami a better shot of getting that ACC title. So please like, subscribe, share our YouTube channel. You can find us at Twitter, CollinRing12. Again, father-son duo broadcasting regularly 3, 4, 5 times per week. If you have an opportunity to check us out, please do so. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Have an awesome Thursday, everyone.